in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Oh shit. Okay. There's a lot of things happening inside of this poem that are very real. She's trying to describe a system of what seems to be abuse? Or like a second-hand exposure to some kind of abuse? Spooky. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback, and I'm worried if your home life is okay. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. I have this feeling, so okay, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I work with middle school students often, and they'll create work and they'll show me personal works of theirs. Sometimes it's writing or drawing, and whenever I look at what they're drawing as like a thing, whenever I get to see their work in like a consecutive level, I'm always just like, where's this work coming from? And they always blow me away because students just at any age are really amazing at what they can do. And I'm like, oh, this is a lot of bloody swords you are drawing. I won't read too much into that. Just keep going, keep working on your craft, and I will keep holding on to them. You keep doing you, middle schoolers. I don't want to try to look too deeply in your life, but now I'm playing this game where I'm like totally gonna be overanalyzing all of these individual people really hardcore. I don't like the anxieties. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. That's what poems, freeform poems are doing. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany is how you want to say it. Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper. You can tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. I like that. Thanks for listening. Ding. We're sponsored. Our Monica podcast is sponsored by Squaresoft. What is the, whatever the website builder is. Yes. Thank you, Monica, for your daily writing tip. I see how you are supposed to be the, like, central structure for all of us, right? You're the, what is it called? Like, not the straight man. You're the anchor of this. You keep us to a very strong structure every day. So are we gonna do more poems? Is that kind of the thing, the gimmick here? We're gonna see how you guys' poems expand over time, hopefully. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be down with that. Because it's a literature club. We're here to read. We're gonna read each other's writing. That sounds great. Sounds actually really cool. Yuri. Let's get to our last poem of the day. Yeah, what Monica said's kind of sticking in my mind, because it's like, when making stuff, I'm always just like, I need to be perfect, and it's always the hardest thing to start a Let's Play, to start the recording, and the moment that you hit record, it's off. You have to start going. There's no time to look back or reflect on what's been said prior. That's what editing is for. And so I kind of have to be in the moment. I have to be aware of what's going on, because the thing, like, instead of there being a paper that ink is pooling on, as her metaphor put it, I have the pad of paper is time itself, because we're just moving along at a linear pace. And so I have to keep up with the story, keep up with like trying to be entertaining or analytical, however we want to make this relationship go between you, the viewers, me, and the game itself, Doki Doki Literature Club in this case. It's cool. It's a cool relationship. And it, by nature of Let's Playing, it keeps me from getting pulled up into one specific like spot. I can't have a writer's block because there's more games to come, there's more things to do, and time is always passing. I can look over and I see the waveform over there of my audio file continuing to move up and down every time I say words. It's cool. It's cool. It's a really cool way to create art. But yeah, poetry is very much the same way, and I guess writing this dating sim was probably very much the same way. Exceptional. Yuri's like, hell yeah, I'm throwing this boy on the table right now. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Ma'am, you really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ah ha 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 ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming out of you. This is actually my first time, really. Wow. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. There are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Oh, right. Once she finds her train of thought, her demeanor, totally changes. Her stammering is gone, and she sounds like an expert. Also, I'm wounded. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? I'm so scared. Yuri's is the one I'm the most afraid of. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny after all. Isn't it supposed to be a literature club? We're supposed to be sharing these things together anyway. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, and I flicker back. I see, so she wanted to make her own universe. She wants to make this bigger fantasy world in as small of a space as possible. She characterizes herself, this world that she's in, and a streetlight, the last remaining streetlight. Cool. It's very good. I like that one. Probably the most out of all of them. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? Wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Sorry, dude! Read it a couple times, dog. Chill out. Well, I just don't read script very often. I'm also reading it for people. Take this personally. I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. I'm assuming that's going to be the case for everybody, too. We've read everybody's poems now, and so if more poems are coming, which I kind of hope they are, because I really like more poetry in games, please. Just in general, all games. Horizon Zero Dawn should have had a lot more poetry. It had a lot of writing, not enough poetry. Did have a little bit, though. Had a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? That was kind of the best part of Horizon Zero Dawn. Out of all the games, I played a lot of video games in 2017. That one had poetry, and almost none of the other ones did. Except Dujana. Dujana also had poetry. See, the best games have poetry in them. Just this is a line. We can keep going with this. The story isn't about a ghost, Solon. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I just read it a bunch. You said I read it a bunch. Fooey, Yuri. Go fooey yourself. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Solon. I like how there's this writing quirk in this entire game so far, and I'm just gonna keep, harping on it, but everyone says one-word hedges. Everybody in this game so far has said a lot of one-word hedges as, that's the whole text, wow. Yes. Me too. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Buddy, it's okay. You did it. You're gonna go home soon. Go home, write a better poem. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a lit club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read them in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess, was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but no thanks. It did not come out nice. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Solon did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come along with something particularly inspiring. which I haven't yet. Solon liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh no. Oh no. This is why I don't usually do these harem novels. I don't like to be in this position. This is a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of egos flying in ways that I don't like. I'm just like, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. I don't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Solon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? How are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one. I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Solon started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little getting personal. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Something both girls turned me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Solon, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Solon. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Solon? Yo, I'm gonna go like Old Testament on this. Can I just like cut you guys down the middle and like give each of you guys one half of a good poem or something? Maybe I'll just cut you right down the middle this way and just... What? God, okay. Sorry. I'll make a choice. Jerks. I got dragged into this in the first place. It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be help me, Sayori. No. No, that's how you get murdered in dating sims. No, you don't go easy way out. There's no easy way outs here. You have to make a choice. You have to make a capital C, a choice. We gotta go with Yuri. We already went on this path. This is gonna we gotta go down this path. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I really wish, I would love to go down your path, Natsuki, because you seem like fun, and I really like voicing you, but also, I can only do it for like 5 minutes or else my voice starts hurting. So, go with Yuri, because she's much easier to voice right now. You're right, I liked your poem. See? Wait. Shut up, Natsuki. It's not an excuse for you to be mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand that, but also you made it like really personal? And there's like weird vibes in here now. Yuri, what? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret I was impressed. Well, here's the thing, though. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're putting feelings into it and it becomes something personal. So Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. You belittled her poem. You guys are great writers. Be nice to each other. And be better with your words. Less passive-aggressive, because you guys know when you guys are doing it. Because you're good writers. Sorry. Ugh. Natsuki, you took it too far. Yuri means well, and if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You're going to time out, little girl. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, and don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists, and yet nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm gonna do just that. It's gonna spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without worrying, Natsuki just runs the frick out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands, throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Solon, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing, dude. One more thing. That thing Natsuki said about, you know,
that titty.
I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Solon. Never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Can we take a break? Oh, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing your poems? It was fun! We almost died! Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Mostly.
How about you, Solon? Yeah. He has, nothing to add to this conversation. Yeah, it was neat to talk things with the people. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out better. I think to myself. I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Solon, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it. Just, it's a lot. Sayori. About what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just need to know, in case I need to play them against each other in the future, how to appropriately do that to maintain the most number of friends in this class. Cause I'm petty. Hi, I'm Solon. I'm Solon Petty. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Solon, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Fun. Alright, y'all. We gotta go. We're way over time. I've been having a blast hanging out with you guys, and it's been really fun reading along with this story, but we should take a break. Take it easy for a second. We've been working really hard today. I love you guys very much, and next time on Doki Doki Literature Club, we're gonna write another poem, but this time we're gonna know what we're doing. And we're gonna make it so deadlined, so specific into one specific person, we're gonna blow their mind. Yeah. I'll see you next time, bye-bye.